This is for real, y'all. I mean, this might be one of the scandals of our time when this information is finally fully released. Fully. And I'm not just talking about like the files. I mean, I'm sure part of this is in the files, but I mean, there's video, and I'm not saying release the video or anything to the public, but the people who need to see this to properly deal with this judicially, I'm sure there's video. I'm sure there's images. I forgot who, I'll never remember who this journalist was, but he was telling the story of how there's another journalist who was sitting down with Jeffrey Epstein, obviously before he had died, and Jeffrey Epstein pulled out a picture of Donald Trump and showed it to this journalist and said, basically like, if this picture gets out, Donald Trump is over, jokingly. And like, you know how people are like, oh, let me show you this, right? Like, braggadociously. He's bragging about how he has dirt on Donald Trump. And he showed this man a picture. And I can't remember if he described what was in the picture. I can't recall. But you can go out and look this up. This is the credible journalist that tells this story of his time with Jeffrey Epstein. I think he was actually ghostwriting a book for Jeffrey Epstein, something to that effect. Don't quote me on that. But it's not just, lists and files. There's images, there's video, there's all kinds, there's eyewitness testimony on top of it, right? So this is not just an issue of some dude who died however many years ago who was just a messy guy. He was very well connected to a lot of huge players. Let's not forget that the British royal family was implicated with him. Prince Andrew was implicated by the woman who recently died by suicide after mysteriously being hit by a bus. And of course, I'm speaking of Virginia Giuffre. And she was one of the only people who had spoken out years before about Jeffrey Epstein. And she accused Prince Andrew of being one of her abusers while she was being trafficked. Like that lawmaker said, this goes up to the top. We are moving out of the realm of quote unquote conspiracy theory, right? This has just been like this conspiracy theory that there's this big trafficking ring out there and it's involving huge players and it goes all the way to the top, right? It's been a conspiracy theory all these years. Now we're starting to see that we're just similarly to like the Diddy stuff, right? We've been hearing about Diddy being a weirdo for years. So many people have come out and everybody just was like, oh, conspiracy theory, y'all are weirdos, X, Y, and Z. Come to find out, they were telling the truth. The same stuff that those people were called crazy for were showing up in court documents. And that's the same thing that we're seeing here with this, this huge sex trafficking ring. This is deeper, like I said, than just that one dude, Jeffrey Epstein, and his partner, Ghislaine Maxwell.
No need song, no need song.